Good morning, guys. Bright, sunny, crispy morning. Gage and I are going to head out before it gets any hotter. We're going to jump on the Suron. We're going to go 11 kilometers, and we are going to do the follow-up to the Necrophonic app test today. We're going to go to a site that I want to talk about before we get there because I don't want to give the app while it's running. I don't want to give it any information, right? So we'll talk about that now, and then we'll see if any of these keywords or phrases or information comes up. Then we know we're dealing with something of intelligence. So the place we're going to go is down in Cranberry Marsh. You got to go down Cranberry Trail. And 100 years ago, if more than 100 years ago, 140 years ago, Cranberry Farm was down there. Okay, it was a very famous place around here. So we've detected one of the little buildings that was built in the 70s. We detected around there, and there's fields. Originally, it was a farm. It's not the main Cranberry Farm, but there was a few different farms in there. So we know it was a farm, turn of the century. Detecting puzzled that out and told us that. We found old bits of barbed wire, tools, stuff like that. I'm guessing by the 70s, whoever inherited this property turned it into a hunt camp. Okay, so there's still a structure there. And we found ammunition, we found... It just has that hunt camp, Northern Ontario vibe. We know what it is. Now, the last 50 years of its existence, from 1970 until now, it's been a party spot. Okay, whoever used to use it for hunting, they still do allow hunting down at Cranberry Marsh, even though it's on the city limits for waterfowl only. So geese, ducks, I was going to say gucks. Maybe we get some weird hybrid there, I don't know. Okay, anyway. Geese, ducks, waterfowl, they do still hunt there. So if any of this information, farming stuff, hunting stuff, party stuff, if the app talks about any specific graffiti or tools or anything that we found in the past, that's where we're going to go. Woo! Oh, we're about halfway. I keep stopping to let Gage play around in the creek. There's creeks that run on either side of the bike trail. Good thing because it is hot out here this morning. Heading for 30 plus degrees today. So we're just gonna take our time getting there. He can have a swim and a drink. We'll get there when we get there. I forgot to mention in this video, we're also counting a word that we're not going to mention, the number of times that we hear that word. We're not even going to acknowledge it. I think it's just something that the app keeps spewing out, as we mentioned before. Word starts with D. Watch for it. We'll see how many times we hear it. Nice. Okay, so we're here, and actually it looks like somebody a new generation in the last couple of years has taken this over. They're doing some work here. We were in here in the winter. We came in through the snowshoe trails, and you come out across the big marsh way at the back, and then there's a truck way back there in the bush, and an old road that used to, 100 years ago, go deep into the swamp. So let's just take a quick look around. I don't know that anybody's here, but there's definitely somebody has been here working and stuff. So they're actually building a new camp right there. And this is the old abandoned one that was full of graffiti and stuff. So, yeah, somebody's definitely taken this place back over. So there's the old abandoned shack from the 70s. Somebody's definitely cleaning it up, tearing it down. It's just all full of graffiti and definitely an old hunt camp. All right, well, let's just start this app and see what it has to say about this place in general. This place was famous for something. Can you tell us what it was, this area? Okay, so we'll stop that there. Now, so I want to know about the 1880s. What was here before any of these buildings that we see behind us? You know, what was this place originally? I think it said it. I think it said farm. Okay, so twice now I've heard the name Doug come back through this box, okay? I've literally just turned this on for 2 minutes. We talked about this. Doug was one of my best friends from kindergarten up until a couple years ago when he died. Now, we had a falling out, hard falling out, before he died. I don't want to get into it. Doug did some bad stuff. And so we were not on good terms when Doug died. What does Doug have to say to me? I keep hearing his name. So, Dougie, if you got a message, just say it. Well, if he said it. I didn't get it. Swear I heard his name again. So that's the thing, if we are actually dealing with intelligent spirits, they may not want to talk about this place, or, you know, I come all the way down here and they might have other things to tell me. So I'm open to that. And that's why when I hear his name, you know, and the last session we did, the very first time we tried this app, I heard his name multiple times as well. Out of a million names this thing could say, why is it saying the dead person who I have unresolved business with? Why does it keep saying his name? What do you want, Doug? Okay, so also, I don't think we've heard that other word yet. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe when we listen back to it on the computer, the D word, and it's not Doug, the word we're going to count and not acknowledge. I don't think I've heard it yet. We're going to get on the bike and we're going to continue on down the trail. And there are old farmsteads all the way to the end, down here to the lake. I'll bring Gage down there so he can have a swim. Dude, I keep hearing the word dude as well. That's not the D word we're looking for either, by the way. So, I don't know, I just feel, guys, that you have to listen to your gut feeling. And it didn't feel like that's the place to, I don't know, that I just had a feeling we're in the wrong place. So, I'm down here at the end of the lake, you know, a couple hundred yards up the shoreline here, the main farm. There was buildings right along the edge of the water. So, this is more of the Cranberry farm area. But I get a feeling that they don't care about, you know, the history of this area, and they don't want to talk about that. I keep getting this name, Doug, and I get a feeling that there's a message here from Doug. Whether I can figure it out, so far I haven't heard a freaking word, understood a word coming through this app. So I'll have to figure it all out afterwards on the computer. Okay, down at the waterfront, gonna start the app again and see what we get this time. My name, I think. In my head, I was thinking, you know, one word is all you got to say. Sorry would be nice. And then I thought maybe I heard it. I don't know. Give you another chance to say that word if that's what it was. Well, I'm going to have to analyze that, but I thought I heard the word I asked for. You know, after Doug died, he haunted my dreams for about 6 months. Every night, him and I would argue until I finally just had to let it go and forgive as much as I could and move on. I'm not going to get into it, but it was a betrayal of a best friend to a whole family. Like for, you know, 40 years, this guy was at every family function we ever had. He was in my wedding party. He was a brother. And yeah, so when he died, he was at home dealing with his issues in court. He actually came home to deal with his issues at court that day and died of a heart attack at 46. So, you know, we always say that shame or guilt got him. And I don't know. But that's what, I guess I still have issues on it for sure. 100%. I'm still angry, guys. So maybe I bring some of that to the app. I don't know. But I have not heard the other word we're looking for, which is strange, which kind of freaks me out that back behind my place we heard that word like 10 times. Oh, was the last word that just came through their boat? Because I was just going to say, spirits, use this app and tell me about the boats and the history of this area, some of which is mentioned on this plaque. So I'll just record this for a few seconds. You guys can pause the video if you want to read that. Booth. I swear I heard Booth 2. And I was just thinking in my head, give us the names of some of these boats. Boat. Heard it again. All right, I might have heard some stuff that was pertinent to this sign here. We'll analyze that when we get home. I think that's it, guys. It's really hot. Gage and I have a long trek home. I have a lot of stuff to go over. It just spits out so much information that it's going to take a couple hours to go through and listen to all those words and trying to piece out if there's anything that makes sense in there. But let's do it. We'll go home and we'll analyze and see, is there anything to this Necrophonic app? I'm still up in the air on this one.